to read each and every corner of this chapter. So why? Because don't neglect this chapter. Why? Because this chapter will tell, okay, the basic concept, what comes in physics. Okay, so it tells about that concept. Okay, let me to explain one by one. Okay, before going to start, let me to ask one question. All of you, okay, select science course, right? So can anyone tell me how can you define science? How can you define science? Yes, anyone? How can you define science? How can you define physics? Yes, anyone? Otherwise, I will tell you. Don't worry, but just interact with me. Yes, it is the study of basic laws in nature. Good. Any other answer? Any other answer?
Yeah.
Remember, students, this is the first chapter of your syllabus. That is physical. We are discussing physical world. We are discussing. Okay. So this is 2 marks. The weightage of marks for this chapter is only 2 marks. Yes. So physics, or we can say science. Yes. How can you define physics? Yes. Study of nature and natural phenomena. Good. So many of you gave answer. Let me to write directly. Why? Because these all things you already know from, okay, bridge course only. So without wasting my time. Okay. Why? Because I have to discuss many more things in this. So let me to write in this way. Science. Just try to note all these points. Why? Because these are very, very important as exam point of view. Okay, Shilpa, but yes, science is an attempt to know, yes, about natural phenomenon. Correct. So I will tell you one more answer. Okay, and also I will ask you one more question. So let me to write in this way. It is an systematic. Okay, it is the systematic, okay, method to understand the phenomenon as much in detail as much in detail as possible, based on, this is very important, based on experiment and observation. That is nothing but science. So remember, science, many of you give some answer, and also you give answer for physics, definition for physics. Remember, I will tell you in this way, so you can define in any way, in your own way. Remember, science is nothing but it is a systematic method to understand the phenomenon, any phenomenon you can take, any phenomenon, but you must know that a phenomenon has much in detail. So how much possible, you have to know that phenomenon in detail. So based on what? Based on experiment. You can do different experiment to know that concept. What will be the outcome? Okay, what will be the result? Based on that observation and based on that result, experimental result, you can conclude yourself any concept or any phenomenon. Yes, based on experiment and observation. Remember, in science, not only in science, okay, so in every field, so you must develop one quality, that is observation and analyzation. You have to analyze the thing, you have to observe the thing. So, for example, this is a pen. See, if I observe this pen, this is one, right? It is a matter. We can observe this, then what will happen? Many more things will come in our minds, right? How it is made up of, okay? What will be the nature? What will be the characteristics, right? So based on that, so we must know any phenomenon as much in detail as possible based on some experiment and observation. I hope students, all of you understood, right? These things. Let me to take, okay, one more concept. Before going to that, remember this science is classified in two branches. So namely, okay, main branches of science is, so there are two types, that is physical science And one more is biological science. Given in your book, okay, just go through that. So physical science and biological science. Okay. Then remember this science. This is very important question they may ask for 1 mark. Okay. So this science word, how it comes from, where it comes from. Okay. So can you tell me how it comes? Science word. This science, this word comes from a word called Cynthia. Remember, this is called Cynthia. The word called Cynthia. Cynthia, the meaning is to know. Remember, to know. We have to know. Science is nothing but what? To know something based on experiment as well as observation. The word science comes from Cynthia. Okay, to know. Okay, pronunciation will be different. Okay, in different situations. So in different lecture. Okay, so remember Cynthia. That is nothing but to know. Okay, yes. Next one, let me to take the actual part of this. That is our branch. That is physics. Can anyone tell me how can I define physics? Let me to know how many of you are able to express your idea about physics. Can you tell me how can I define? Yes, correct. Manasa, correct. Yes. Can you tell me physics? Yes, correct. Anyone? Anyone? So it is a branch of science. Yes, yes. Someone giving answer. Good, good. Yes, yes, correct, correct. Students, physics. It is a branch of physics. What it deals? It deals with nature as well as what? Natural phenomenon. Remember, it deals with what? Nature and natural phenomenon. Let me to write in this way. So physics is the branch of science which deals with study of nature. This word is very important. Nature and natural phenomenon. Yes. What is the meaning of this definition? See, so physics, it is the branch of science which deals with the study of nature. Nature means what? The surrounding region. Okay, what we are looking. Okay, so that region, this universe. So in this universe, many things will happen. So in our surroundings, many things will happen. So for example, I will give you for this twinkling of stars. Okay, twinkling of stars. Rainbow will take place. Seasons change. Day and night. All are comes under different natural phenomenon, students. Remember these things. Yes, good, good. So someone, Teja, giving answer. Yes, study of change in nature. For a moment, we can, yes, read this answer. Yes. See, remember, twinkling of stars. You already know these things. So how it happens? It is just because of refraction. So it is comes under what? Physics. This is the one of the phenomenon. Rainbow will take place in rainy season. These also changes happen. Season, remember, seasons also changes, right? So time to time season also changes. Day and night, that is also happens, students, right? So remember, we have to study. So physics is nothing but it is a branch of science. It is one of the branch. What it deals means the main it deals. What it deals? It deals with the nature. What happens in nature? What changes occurs in nature, in our surroundings? That it will deal. Okay, I hope you understood. I think this example is enough to understand this physics. Correct? Yes. So let me to take Uh, yes. Any doubt? Shall I continue? Shall I move to next concept? Students, please reply. Okay, okay, yes, good. Why? Because how to tell okay, many more things in this chapter. Remember, so next one more different domain. So let me to explain in this way. Different domain in physics. Different domain. See, different domain. What is that domain means? So for example, you already know. Okay, so let me to write first. So there are different types of domain. So first one is microscopic, and second one is macroscopic. So one more is there. I will tell you later. Okay. So but for your syllabus, so two is enough. These two, okay, are enough. So remember what it means microscopic and macroscopic. Let me to explain with a simple example. Remember, all of you already know about Dalton theory, correct? So what Dalton theory says? Dalton theory, every matter, okay, which is made up of every matter which is made up of molecules, and these molecules are nothing but what? Which consist a collection of what? Atoms. And remember, every atom which consists a nucleus. Correct? Inside the nucleus, there will be a proton, neutron, electron. Yes, let it be. Whatever. But this is enough. Remember, matter, Dalton theory, what it tells, every matter which is made up of molecules, and these molecules which consist of number of atoms. Okay. So then this atom, each atom consists of nucleus as a center part. You know that is very tiny particles, nucleus. Right? Yes, correct. So remember, in this case, if I okay compare these two things, if I apply these two things for this particular example, so see, matter is considered as macroscopic. I hope you get some idea to define this one. Macroscopic level, this is, and rest all things are comes under microscopic. Remember, this is called microscopic level. Students, anyone can you tell me then? Yes, Shravan, correct. Yes, atoms are indivisible. Correct. Yes. Remember, students, matter comes under macroscopic, and molecules, atoms, nucleus. These three are comes under microscopic level. Then how can you define? Yes, yes, I will tell you others. Okay, why it is why matter comes under macroscopic. I will tell you. Okay, let me to explain. Matter macroscopic means we can see in our naked eyes. Directly you can see. So for example, human body you can see, right? So this a pen you can see directly. Correct? Isn't it? So for example, this computer you can see, right? Tree you can see, buildings you can see. These all okay, all are comes under macroscopic. Macroscopic means large scale. You can see this, you can feel, you can observe, you can analyze. Okay, so that is nothing but what? Macroscopic. Yes, good. Then microscopic. What do you mean by micro? The name itself indicates a micro. Micro means very small. So see, you can see this pen, right? So this is macroscopic. Can you see molecules inside? Can you see here atoms? Can you see here nucleus? No, we can't see, okay, molecules, atoms, or nucleus in our neck. So that is nothing but what? Which comes under microscopic, remember. Then one more comes here. It is not there in your syllabus. For your convenience, I will tell you. So in between this state, that is called mesoscopic. It is not necessary, but so in between state, okay, neither be microscopic nor be microscopic. So that Remember, students. Okay. So I hope you understood all these things. Right. So remember, let me to give some example for this. Examples: human body. So then we can say buildings, trees, okay, etc. Let me to finish here. Then one more is, sorry, this is microscopic, right? Microscopic means we can say, okay, molecules, atoms, nucleus, electron, proton, okay, etc. Then macroscopic. So what is the macroscopic means? So we can say trees, buildings, okay. Then human body, animal, anything you can say. Okay, that is called what? That is called microscopic and macroscopic. So then let me to take one more. So remember physics. So this is classified in two ways in physics itself. So first one is classical physics. Classical physics. Okay, classical physics, and one more is quantum physics. I hope you will get some idea. Yes, yes. Can anyone tell me? You know these things? Classical physics and quantum physics. Anyone? So remember, in classical physics, we are going to apply, okay, concept in macroscopic region. Macroscopic, remember. But in quanta means very small. So that's why. So we are applying this concept under microscopic level. So this is the difference. Remember. So classical physics, which comes under macroscopic region, and this is the quantum physics, which comes under microscopic region. Then what comes in this case? Okay, in classical physics, we are going to study about mechanics, optics, electrodynamics, thermodynamics. Okay, in quantum physics, you already know the structure of matter, electron, photons. Okay, all this comes under what? Okay, quantum physics. Okay, in classical physics, mechanics, optics, electrodynamics, thermodynamics. Then in quantum physics means it is microscopic domain. It means very small. So that's why we are going to study about the structure of matter, electron, photons, the behavior. Okay, all this comes under quantum physics. So this is the brief, okay, knowledge about physics, science, as well as different domains, as well as the classification of, okay, physics as well as we already finished. See, next one you may expect this, okay, for 2 months. So let me to write that first. So that is called scientific method. That is called scientific method. This is very important question for exam point of view. Scientific method. Scientific method. How can I define this scientific method? Anyone, can you tell me? So remember, let me to tell like this. You can express in your own idea to express this scientific method. So let me to express in this way. So scientific method is nothing but what? It is a procedure followed to acquire knowledge in science. We have to acquire some knowledge about science. How? We have to follow some procedure. Then only we can acquire. We can get some knowledge. Okay. So how it is? Let's see. Let me to write some definition for this. So this definition is enough. Okay. So in book they given, okay, in detail. Let me to write in this way. Acquiring knowledge in science. This is enough. So that is nothing but scientific method. Then what are the methods it includes? Okay, so it follows methods. First method, that is systematic observation. So I already told you science is nothing but you have to observe. Systematically, you have to observe any phenomenon. Then only you will get certain idea. Then you have to go for experiment. Okay, then you will get one conclusion. So if it is right or wrong, that is based on your prediction and your observation. Okay, your assumption. So, so remember the first method I have to use here, systematic observation. Remember, this is very important question. I will give you one okay example also. Let me to write first. Okay, then controlled experiment. Then third one, we have to write, just note these points. Why? Because this is very important for exam point of view. Okay, we get book in book also, but what will happen in book? Okay, they already given in paragraph. Okay, so that's why it is easy to understand as well as know these points. Okay? Mathematical modeling and prediction. And the last one I already told you, verification. So one more possibility is that is called falsification. Falsification. See, students, let me to explain briefly. So remember, scientific method is nothing but what? We have to follow some procedure. What is that procedure? This is the procedure. This is the steps we have to follow. So for what? For acquiring some knowledge in science. So if you want to know any phenomenon, if you want to know any, okay, for example, I already told you this is the pen, this is considered as a matter. I want to know this. I want to know the behavior of the atoms or molecules, the intermolecular force between atoms. Okay, then what to do for that? I have to go for this one. So remember, to know any phenomenon, we must follow these steps. What are these steps? Let me to explain in this way. So systematic observation, we have to observe that first. Okay, systematically we have to observe. Then controlled experiment. After observing, so many things will come. So many things, so many questions will arise in your mind. So to clear all those questions, to find answer, we have to construct some experiment. We have to set up some experiment. Okay. Then qualitative and quantitative reason. What is the meaning of this? We have to relate. Logically, we have to relate whether it is happens or not. What is the reason behind this? Then remember, mathematical modeling. We have to give some mathematical prediction. So remember, so in science, without mathematical prediction, you can't expect anything. So remember, any things you can say, okay, any law. So all scientists gave their own mathematical prediction to prove that particular law. Okay, then prediction means conclusion. What we conclude, okay, what we get, result, verification. So remember, sometimes what will happen once we wrote all observations, result, all things. If I write all these things, okay, by experiment or by observation, by thinking, by imagination, if I write all these things, finally what will happen? If I fail to give justification, if I fail to perform, if I fail to convince to ordinary people, then what will happen? People will not accept this, isn't it? So for that, remember, we have to follow this. So for example, example. So I will give you one example how to apply this in general examples. So remember, so Newton's law, you already know how it comes up, how it came into picture. You know that. So when Newton sitting in a garden, he seated, right? Here somewhere. So what will happen? One apple falls. Pardon? It means when he observed this phenomenon, some idea comes up. Yes, yes, yes. That due to gravity, you know that after Newton, yes, we all know. But remember, the first idea came. So in Newton, remember how it comes. Remember, he systematically observed this. Why it fall down? Why it not stay here only? Why it not like in any other direction? So many questions will arise in his mind. So for that, he constructs one experiment. Many experiments he constructs. But remember, after that, he gets succeed to give some qualitative reasoning as well as to give some mathematical prediction. And also he gave one equation from mathematically, he gave one equation. What is that equation? All of you know that. Yes. Anyone? Anyone? Can you tell me what is that? So F equal to G M1 M2 divided by D square means force is directly proportional to mass and force is inversely proportional to distance. It means in quantitative and qualitative reasoning, what he done is, so this force, some force is there, some external agent is pulling, right? Some external agent is there in nature, it is pulling. Means earth is pulling towards the ground, right? Yes, yes. It means, remember this force, okay, which is based on what? Mass and also distance. So he concludes in this way. Then mathematical modeling means he gave some equation finally. And remember, after many verifications, okay, this law will be applied. Okay, people accept this law. So people accept this law. But remember, sometimes what will happen? Something we construct means there will be some demerit. I hope you understood. Okay, something demerits will be there. No one is perfect. So remember, so this law, Newton's universal gravitational law, this law which is applicable only for macroscopic level. In microscopic level, you can't apply this law. Okay, so this is the falsification of what this law. In quantum level, you can't apply this law. Okay, you can apply this law only for what? Only for macroscopic level. Only macroscopic means you already know macroscopic. Yes, good. Yes, yes, yes. So yes, microscopic and macroscopic both. Yes, yes. Someone asking question. Yes, yeah. Others correct, correct. So every concept has merits as well as demerits. That depends on situation, depends on condition. So that's why I told, okay, nothing is perfect here. Okay, in physics itself, okay, some demerits will be there. Okay, yes. So remember, scientific method, I hope you understood all these things, right? Systematic observation, control, experiment, qualitative and quantitative reasoning, mathematical modeling, and prediction and verification. Okay, so next, let me to take one more concept that is called fundamental force. Just you have to tell me fast, okay, without wasting my time. Okay, just tell me what are the fundamental forces. You already know these things. Fundamental forces. in a nature? Remember, you may expect this question for 2 months. Anyone? Anyone, can you tell me what are the fundamental forces in a nature? Anyone? Anyone, can you tell me fundamental forces in nature? What are the forces you have? Yes. First one is gravitational force. Gravitational force. Second one is electromagnetic force. Third one is strong nuclear force. Okay. Fourth one is weak, okay, nuclear. Yes. Yes. Strong nuclear force and weak nuclear. So many of you gave answer. Anyone, can you tell me what is gravitational force? I think many of you know these things. Okay, gravitational force means a force which exists between two bodies, or we can say a force which exists between two masses. So that is called what? Gravitational force. So for example, let me to take one example. So for example, there are two bodies. So let me to take in this way, sun and, so this is any planet. Any planet you can take. Okay. So mass of this one is, okay, capital M, small m, distance is, we can take it as d. Then how can I apply, okay, gravitational force? So gravitational force. So remember, due to these two masses, there will be force of attraction. Remember one more property of this gravitational force, that is, it is the attractive force. It is always attractive. Hope you understood, correct? Yes. Remember, it is always attractive force. So this body will exert a force on this body in the same way this body will exert a force on this body. Each and every body will develop a force on each other. Remember, attractive force. So that's why, so attractive force between two bodies is directly proportional to their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. In other words, we can write it as, to remove this proportionality, we have to put some constant g, m into m divided by d square. Remember, students, this g itself is taken as what? Gravitational constant. Remember, we already studied these things. Okay, so this is called gravitational constant. So gravitational force, it is a long range force. Remember, it is a long range force. Let me to write a few, okay, let me to write a few points here. Just note down these things. Why? Because this is asked in, okay, examination. Let me to write in short. Okay, that is enough. The first point is, it is the force between, it is the force between, okay, any two objects, okay, by virtue of, by virtue of their mass. Okay, so then we can write, this is the one more I forgot to tell. So this gravitational force is weakest force in nature. I will tell you why it is. So for example, you already studied in your lower classes, I think in 9th or 10th it may be. So electricity chapter comes 10th, I think. Yeah. In that chapter, you already studied one experiment. You just take one comb and piece of paper, right? So when you rub that comb with your dry face, okay, for a moment, okay, then what will happen? If you hold like this, then what will happen? The piece of paper will attract it towards comb. It is just because of what? Due to charging. Why? Because the comb itself is charged at that moment. Okay, it will attract, okay, another object towards it. Means even if presence of gravitational force, it is attracting. Gravitational force means downward direction, but it is attracting upward direction. Remember, even if gravitational force is there, yes, yes. Okay. So So it is attracting, okay, piece of paper. It means, so you can conclude in this way. So gravitational force is weakest force in nature. So it means this is the weakest force. Okay, it is the weakest force in nature. Then one more is it is long range force. Remember, you can apply for a long range. Okay, it is a long range force. We can apply this for infinite distance also. Okay. Next, it is always attractive. It is always attractive. So these are the important points. Okay, so just note these points. Okay, about gravitational force. Okay, next one. Let me to take second one. Okay, that is one more force is electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force. Remember, the name itself indicates here electromagnetic, electric and magnetic force. It is related to charges. Okay, so it means the force exists between any